Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Happy continued spring. It's actually quite a beautiful spring out there. It's Wednesday, May 8th at 9:30 a.m. Welcome to the monthly meeting of the Shrewsbury Council on Aging Board of Directors. This board adheres to the open meetings law and Robert's Rules of Order. These meetings are streamed by the Town of Shrewsbury Cable and may also be found on the Shrewsbury Town website. I'm Alex Roman, Chairperson of the Board, Council on Aging staff today. Holly cannot make it. She's got a scheduling conflict with another town meeting.
I'm Casey Bogan. I'm the Assistant Director.
Renee D'Argento, Outreach Coordinator.
Lori Jones, Secretary.
Betsy Zweig.
Meenu Sharma.
Great. And first item on the agenda is,
Minutes, which we do not have minutes for the April meeting due to competing priorities, so we will review them at the next meeting in June.
very good. And the first item on the agenda, the next item is the
Friends Representative.
Friends Representative, and we are graced today with two. Good morning.
Good morning. Maria Smith, President of the Friends of the Shrewsbury Senior Center.
Daniel Cardinale, Vice President of the Friends of the Shrewsbury COA.
We're happy to be here on this soggy day and just give you a little update of what the Friends have been up to. We continue to add new members. We added new members, total of 8. So we are now up to 269 members of the Friends, which is exciting because that's like an all-time high for us. So we keep going. We strive to keep going in the right direction anyway, and we have been achieving that. Our upcoming events, next week, Monday, May 13th, we will have our annual luncheon and election of officers. So we will be presenting the slate of officers. We do have a couple of vacancies, so we're hoping to get nominations from the floor to fill those vacancies. We would like to extend the invitation to all of the board to attend our luncheon. If you would like to be present, we would love to have you. We're doing something a little different this year. We usually give an overview of what we've done for the year, and this year I'm pleased to say that I have been working with Mark, and he's putting together a little presentation of the number of pictures that I have from our centenarian celebrations. So we have pictures to show of all the people that we've celebrated thus far that have become 100 years old. It's become quite explosive at this point. I would have to dig and grovel to try and find these people, and now because of social media and the help of other people with putting it out there, I'm getting phone calls from family and friends and asking us, is it true that we actually have a birthday party for them? And we of course say yes, and so we have our next celebration will be May 22nd. It is a woman that is becoming a centenarian, and she actually resides at Francis Gardens. Most of the people that we have celebrated, surprisingly, are still living in their own homes, which I think is phenomenal. And they're certainly, bright, alert, and they just really enjoy the celebration that we put on. So we're doing a little presentation with programs that we put on throughout the year, so it'll be a little different and hopefully engaging to encourage more members for the Friends. So we extend the invitation if you would like to join us for lunch. It will be at 1:30, obviously, at the Senior Center. Our events coming up after that, June 10th, we are bringing back by popular demand our Flamingo Bingo, which is really exciting, and the seniors love it. It's bingo with a little flamingo twist, so we offer prizes for people that dress in pink or flamingo attire, and everybody just has a great time. Basically, that's what we're all about. We want to be engaging for the community and do fun things and just get them out to socialize. So that's our next upcoming event. I'm happy to report, finally, after months and I think years, we are ready to go with our website, finally. We've had a number of hiccups and fits and starts, but through the volunteerism of a gal in town that is a part of another committee in town. She's a wizard with websites. And I've been working with her for the last month, and we're ready to go. We've got our pictures uploaded, so we're just waiting for a couple of things to tweak it, and we should be ready to actually launch it within a week. So I'm super excited about that, so that people will see us and will be more visible, since people at the age of technology, they, are able to, access through websites and social media. And we actually have an address now for email, so we're hoping that we'll get it out there. So that's exciting news. And the other thing I'm really excited about is our sensory garden progress. I've been working closely with Renee, and I gave you all a brochure, a trifold brochure that we had made. And this is what we're going to do with this is, Renee has some wonderful acrylic holders. So we have lots of businesses in town, and obviously the town hall, the library, our town places that we will put them. But I have been checking with businesses in town, and they will allow us to put these at their establishment. So people that are supporters of the centenarian birthdays, Danielson Flores, Nothing Bundt Cakes, have all agreed to put these in their places of business. So we'll have total visibility. We're also going to do a mailing. I'm going to mail to certain businesses in the town and put a little handwritten note in it for people that I know and have worked with over the years to try and bump up our donations. We have a goal of $43,000. We're well on our way, but we've got a long way to go. I also have this thermometer type thing for progress that I will be having made like a giant sign, and it will go probably in the center of town, and it will show our progress. And I'm hoping this visual will inspire people when they drive by, and other people in town that don't have any information about it, to inquire and donate. We also are going to target donations from the perspective of inviting people to make donations in memory of a loved one or in honor of. So many times, particularly with the centenarians, what do you get for a gift for a person that's 100 years old? They need nothing, but something like this to honor them is a great way. So, for certain amounts of donations, we're going to have a plaque, and certainly for, lower amounts, we'll take any donation. I've had people say to me, well, how much, do I need to donate? I said, you donate whatever you want. You want to donate $5, we'll take it, So we're excited. So we should see the donations start rolling in. That's my optimism. Yes. So thank you for the time, and if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
So, in this brochure, I don't know, would it be possible to put, how they put the barcodes nowadays, and then you just scan with the iPhones and it just opens up a payment screen for them?
Well, I'm the wrong one to talk to about technology and the barcodes and the QR codes and all that stuff. The only problem is we had them printed already.
500.
We might be able to do something with like a sticker or something, but I don't have a clue about that stuff.
Nowadays, that's how everybody charges.
I know, that's the way of the world right now. Except I'm a dinosaur, so
Yeah.
I haven't quite jumped on that bandwagon personally. We do have people, I was at another meeting in town and shared this with the board for the Spirit of Shrewsbury, and one of the people there in attendance said, oh, that's great, and I put out there the in memory of, and she was a longtime participant, and so was her husband of the Spirit of Shrewsbury, and she gave me a check on the spot in memory of his name, so she donated $500, and I thought, this is great. We get this out there, other people would perhaps do that, so she gave me a physical check. I know that's not the way people do things, but she does, so we're excited.
Yeah. I was just thinking that's possible.
It's a great idea.
Well, thanks, Maria, and thanks on behalf of the board for your leadership and the leadership of the board of the Friends Group also. It's important work, and it's really exciting. Okay, next.
All right. Next
into
on the
reports.
agenda is the review and act on financial reports. So I'm going to bring up the financial totals only financial report on the screen for everyone to look at.
This is, if I can interject, we're doing this sort of as a trial to see if we could, shorten the report instead of going through every, line item that has some sort of variance in it. So feel free to ask questions and give us your feedback on this way of doing it. So, Casey?
All right, just one moment, please. Having some technical difficulties. We can share it now. There we go. All right, so as you can see on the screen, we have our general fund to start with for the totals, and we have $28.80 and 95 cents in that fund. That is mostly, salaries, et cetera, and as we're nearing the end of the fiscal year, we also, and that's our operating expenses, so that is not actually salary. Apologies for that. But we have, mostly that is within our services not classified and our mileage reimbursement, where that $28.80.95 is still available. So we'll go down to page 2. We have our Council on Aging miscellaneous revenue. We have $71,754. I apologize, I don't really know what that one specifically is. Oh, total general fund, $71,754.84. So that is the full general fund that we have available. In our formula grant, we have a total of $38,114.30. We do have some things that we are working towards getting with this formula grant. This is some monies that we did not realize that we had. There was a misunderstanding earlier in the fiscal year, so this was a very nice surprise that we had an additional, about $30,000 in the formula grant. So that was very exciting to find out. We got our second deposit from EOEA, the Executive Office of Elder Affairs, for that grant in March. So that's where we are for that. If we go down to page 3, and we can look at the gift fund, we have currently $11,463.73, but please remember we also are awaiting reimbursement from the food pantry from MCOA for that. So we do have more funds available in there. We're just waiting for that reimbursement check from MCOA, and they have to wait for the Executive Office of Elder Affairs to give them that money in order to reimburse us. So that is what the delay is there, but it is coming. And any additional expenses with that additional money in the formula grant for the nutrition grant, we are pulling from the formula grant, and then we'll get reimbursed in there, so we will not be pulling from the gift fund for that anymore. And then we have our garden fund. We have a total of $5,250 that has bumped up. As Maria said, we got a $500 donation that just hasn't been reflected in this report yet. So between the two, the regular gift fund and then the garden fund, we have a total of $16,713. And then on our revolving account, this is the account that pays for our Council on Aging white vans that does our special transportation trips. This pays for, supplies, maintenance on those vans, uniforms, as well as some of the salaries for the drivers for those trips. We have $12,053.45. And that is the end of the totals report. Any questions on that one? All right.
If not, we will move along to the, let me get my agenda back up here. Directors' reports, and Renee first.
All right.
Good morning, Renee.
Thank you. Good morning. So I want to just go over briefly some benefits programs that residents can take advantage of, as well as some activities that are coming up in June. So for fuel assistance, the deadline to apply for that is May 12th. So you would need, that's on a weekend, coming weekend, so you would need to get your applications into SMOC by this Friday. And if you need any help with that, I can assist you, so give me a call. For those who have already gotten their applications in, make sure that you track your mail for letters from SMOC. They will either have your application is incomplete or you're denied. In either case, you have an appeal period that they'll note, and/or you can send in your documents to complete that application, and I can also help you with that. I want to announce, if people don't know, that the Mass Health buy-in program that helps seniors pay for their Medicare Part B premium, they have removed the asset qualification and have greatly increased the amount of income qualification on this. So a lot of seniors are going to be able to qualify. It's a very simple application. It's one page. All you need is to have your income documents. And the income requirement for single person is no more than $28.24 a month, or for a married couple, no more than $38.33 a month. I can help you with that as well. Shrewsbury has a resident assistance program.
Excuse me, Renee. Could you just say briefly what that Mass Health program covers?
Okay, so the Mass Health program, the Mass Health Buy-in, is an extra help program that helps seniors who fall within their income qualifications with paying their Medicare Part B premium. So if you notice on your Social Security statement, each year you'll receive that, and it says typically $170 a month currently is taken out for your Medicare Part B, which is your A is for your hospital insurance, and B is for your medical care providers. If you have any tests or you're going to the doctors for your annual exams, things like that.
Great.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
The resident assistance program that Shrewsbury has, that runs until the end of November if you want to get your applications in. And that's for those who, if they have past due rent or mortgage, you can get assistance up to $2,000. And if you have utility bills that are past due, you can get up to $1,000 in assistance. And there are application requirements, so if you're interested, you can give me a call and I can help you with that. So for programs, we have, in celebration of Pride Month in June, we have partnered with Elder Services of Worcester area, Springwell, which is the aging services agency in the Metro West, as well as Outstanding Life, which is a remote platform for LGBTQ seniors. And so we're going to have the Rainbow Supper Club, which usually happens each month at a church in Worcester, and the Senior Center is going to host that. And as part of that event, we're going to have a resource table. We're going to show the film Gen Silent. It's an hour-long film following LGBTQ seniors as they try to seek health care in the system and the discrimination they face trying to get health care. And lastly, we'll have the dinner, and we'll also have a speaker. We'll have a pastor who will talk about caring for your LGBTQ loved one. So, and lastly, as we go along in the year, we host different health insurance providers, and we're going to have Mass General Brigham Medicare Advantage program in June. And that's going to be June 12th from 1 to 2. Oh, and on the Pride Month, for people who want to attend that event, that's June 4th on a Tuesday, and you're going to need to reserve your place by, where's the date? By Thursday, May 30th. So that's it. Does anybody have any
Thank you.
questions?
Any questions? Thanks for your great work
Thank you.
and great report. Okay, transportation. back to, let me guess, Casey.
Yes. So we have lots of special trips coming up. We're really trying to tailor those based on what has been successful over the past 6 months. So if we find that something doesn't have a lot of attendance and we're finding that we're having to cancel those trips, we are removing those from the schedules and putting more things that are exciting and enticing to the residents to join us. In order to join them, folks just need to call the senior center at least 2 days ahead of time to reserve their spot on the bus. And the schedule is all laid out in the newsletter every month. Cynthia also posts the schedule out on the board in the entrance to the senior center. And she also brings a lot of that information as well as newsletters and has talks about transportation with folks at the Housing Authority locations. So she goes to North Quincy, Elizabeth Street, and Francis Gardens every month, brings all of that updated materials, flyers for the trips, the schedule, and the newsletters. We are looking to expand our reach to other communities as well, beyond the Housing Authority, to get a little bit more interest and make sure that other people in the community are aware of what we're doing for the transportation.
That's it. Very good.
All right, and then
My tablet went to sleep here.
we can move on to programs.
Okay.
So thank you, Renee, for the update on the Pride. We're very excited about that. We did have a distribution of 50 fans, tabletop fans that were given to Shrewsbury residents 60 years of age and older. Those were all gone. Took place yesterday. It was first come, first serve, and they were all gone, I want to say by 12:30.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a lot of interest in that. A lot of them were gone right at 8 a.m. We had a line already, so that was great. And we hope everybody enjoys those fans and is able to keep cool, get some nice air movement in their homes, or just move those air conditioner airflow around their apartments or their homes a little bit better. We are also ramping up with our intergenerational volunteer programs. So we have the Yahoo program, which is young adults helping out others. We have 2 currently juniors in high school that will be seniors when we start up in the fall. And that is a program where these volunteer kids can go to people's homes, seniors' homes in Shrewsbury, and do simple yard cleanup, just rakes, no power tools or anything, but, just rake up the lawn, get the leaves off, and we'll coordinate with yard waste pickup for that. So they're very excited. We also are working to get a youth volunteer board together. They will also be leading the charge with that. They're very excited about volunteering for the older adults in the community, so they're pretty gung-ho. We're going to have a meeting, and this will be advertised in the newsletter as well on social media and news flashes through the town for any interested parties to come and get more information about how they can be involved on that board. And that is an opportunity for these kids to do things like the car detailing that we've talked about before, or maybe some other volunteers, and they have more connections with, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. They know those other kids. They can bring their friends on board as well, and we can hopefully get a lot more movement. So these 2 gentlemen, Theo and Patrick, are very, very gung-ho and very excited about this opportunity, so I think it'll be a good success. All right. And then we have on May 29th of this year, this month, we have Senior Fitness Day. So we enrolled to join in on that. Karen McKenzie, our Fit for Life and Memory Cafe guru, brought this to our attention, and we're just going to really highlight what the importance of fitness and wellness can bring and what we do here at the Senior Center to make that a successful thing and make that an easy thing for people to do. A lot of free programs or low-cost programs for fitness. Wellness includes, knitting can be considered wellness because it's a very meditative activity, keeps your brain healthy as well.
And social.
And social, yep, we have a lot of social things going on, and, you know, even our Scrabble group, you know, playing Scrabble, getting those words in your brain really helps a lot. So we're going to really exemplify what we do just every day already at the senior center. We're not really going to do too much extra, but we will have some fun swag bags that day to give out to people who come to the senior center with lots of goodies, some from local businesses as well. So look out for that. Come to the senior center on the 29th for sure, and that should be a fun day too. And then I'll just jump right into
Nutrition.
the nutrition. Yeah, so our Meals on Wheels nutrition manager, we are having a change. So Elder Services of Worcester is working on getting a manager up and running. I hear through the grapevine that they're getting close to hiring a new nutrition manager that will be permanently here at the Shrewsbury Senior Center, but more news to come on that. We've had a lot of fill-ins, and it's still been going well, still running great. But just news there. And then for fiscal year 25, so starting in July, we will be having Tuesday night dinners again. We will ask for a $5 donation for those to kind of offset the cost for those, but we're working with Sirloin Catering in Northborough to get some good and interesting meals to be delivered to us, and we will cap it at 25 like we did for the soup and sandwich for the time being, and reassess as we go and see if we need more. In order to reserve your spot, you would have to give us the $5 at the time of registration, and that would be non-refundable, just like I said, to offset that cost for the meals. But we're very excited to be bringing that back. That was very popular when we did that with Assabet. So yeah, that's the news on that.
Any other questions? If not, we,
I just wanted to check on the
Nina.
YMCA program. Is that all wrapped up now?
Yes, so the YMCA program was from October through March, so that's all done. We did have some people fall off of the membership due to the requirements of attending the YMCA 6 times in the month, each month, so some people did drop off of that because of an inability to follow through with that. But we do have some funds left over, so that'll be rolled over into our FY25 budget. I don't have the exact number right now, but that is all done at this time. And we will, I don't think we'll talk about it too much. I don't think we'll do it again necessarily, or we might alter what programs we do.
Thank you.
yes, Laurie.
So, excuse me, last time we talked about the fact that signage out at the road, we can't really know the senior center is hidden back in their nice little nook back there, and that might not be helpful to seniors who, first of all, a lot of times as we're getting older, our eyesight is failing, but to not have any signage to know that it's back there, you have to know where you're going, and not everybody would look up to see that. So it looked like some movement was happening with that?
Yeah, so our dementia-friendly program, our action team, we have 2 select board members on that team, and we did bring that up at our last meeting, which was just last Tuesday. So they were going to bring that up. They understood and agreed that it would be good to have better signage in town, not necessarily even just at the end of the road, but also in other places in town with arrows directing people to the senior center. So there is definitely more news to come on that. We are moving forward.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yes.
That was a strong concern expressed at the
Yes.
Friends
Yes.
meeting also. the last
Absolutely.
time I
And we
attended.
agree.
Any other questions or comments? Old business? I have one. I understand that, Maria, that you and Holly were able to work out your post-meeting cleanup with the help of the town custodian. I'm not sure what his title is, but I'm glad to hear that.
Me too.
That's all
Yes.
good.
Other than that, I guess if there's nothing new, it's maybe a record.
Yeah, really.
This is Laurie's last meeting.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes. It's for a good reason.
Yes.
I get to be a grandmother, so I'm happy with that. But I've really enjoyed working with you all, and I learned an awful lot being here on this committee, and look forward to participating in the senior center and events. And occasionally, if I have some extra time, and I might just come back as a volunteer for one-off type events. So thank you all for just being so much fun to work with and helping our seniors, because I think that's the reason we're here. And that it's been very educational. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and thank you for your input into the leadership and your efforts. You will be missed. Your insight and wisdom has
Gosh
been
darn.
invaluable.
Thank you.
There should be a requirement where you have to recruit someone in your place.
I've been mentioning it quietly behind the scenes when I talk to people. I said, there's a lot of committees in town that could use some folks. I said, I have to step down for the senior center. You might like it. So I am actually doing that, so.
Oh, great.
As have I, but I would encourage everyone else also to do that. That said, other than a happy Mother's Day to everyone,
Yeah.
and those listening and watching, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Well, Tim.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Maria. Thanks, Dan, for attending.
Having us.
And thanks, everyone, including our volunteers, for all the work everybody does. We couldn't do it without them.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.